The devil doesn't need to destroy you. He just needs you to react. You need to pause, because the moment you react out of emotion, you step out of position. The enemy stutters patterns. He knows exactly what triggers you. He knows what gets under your skin. He knows even who gets under your skin. He knows what makes you anxious, what makes you defensive. And he likes to push that button, not because he's powerful, but because he knows if you react, you'll sabotage yourself. And that's exactly what the devil wants. So don't fall for that trap. The devil wants you in fear, because fear makes you rush decisions. It makes you speak out of anger. It makes you post things that you shouldn't. It makes you cut off people prematurely. And it also makes you walk away from assignments. Fear makes you loud, but faith keeps you still. And that's a bar right there. And when you're afraid, you try to fix everything immediately. When you're grounded, you let God move first. And that's ultimately what you need to do. You need to stay grounded, because this is spiritual warfare. And some of you keep losing battles because you won't master self-control. The enemy responds. The enemy whispers when you respond, when you defend yourself, when you try to prove them wrong, when you say something back and you take the bait. But the strongest move in war is restraint, is silence. And you need to know exactly what not to do, because you can't be reacting to every disrespect. Every time you're disrespected, you can't respond to every lie. You can't enter in every argument. You can't explain yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you. And you can't make permanent decisions in temporary emotions, because I'm not going to lie, I took the bait and, I fell for the trap. And now I got to live with some choices that for the rest of my life. And, I even had people turn against me, whether it's family, whether it's friends. And, these are things that ultimately have humbled me to a whole nother level. But, I took the bait, and, it's taught me silence is power. And silence also confuses the enemy. Composure frustrates the enemy. Peace disrupts the enemy. But seriously though, if the devil can keep you emotional, he can keep you distracted. If he can keep you distracted, he can delay your purpose. And some of the attacks in your life are not meant to destroy you. They're meant to provoke you. The real test isn't what they did. The test is, will you stay grounded or will you react? The devil wants you reactive, while God wants you disciplined. And that's important, to stay disciplined, because you're going to go through a lot of battles and you're going to see what you're really made of. The devil wants you afraid. God wants you aware. And that's a bar right there again. You need to have better awareness, and you need to have discernment and know when and to respond and when not to respond. And a lot of times you just need to stay silent. That's most important, because the devil wants noise, but God, he wants stillness. You're not weak because you stayed quiet. You are powerful because you stayed in control. Next time something tries to trigger you, smile and don't move, because ultimately that will shut the devil up, and he won't continue to provoke if you move that way. And, I have a book that I discuss my journey and the things that I went through. And, I just want people to learn what not to do, because I made some poor decisions that I got to live with for the rest of my life. But, it's ultimately humbled me to a whole other level. And, I can say that I'm at a place now where I have a lot more peace. And, compared to where I once was, my mind was all over the place, scattered. And, the devil was winning. And I'm not going to lie, I feel like there's times where I wanted to give up. But through all these times, God has remained. And he's so powerful. And it really will change your life and do wonders if you just go with God. So I highly suggest that you check out my book. The link's down below. And until next time, I'll see y'all. Salute.